Hello everyone, welcome back to Cheat Codes, and I know it's been a while, but I have worked on this RPG quite a lot since the last video, and you're not going to see much different, but a lot has been done. So I know in the last one I said I'd update this UI, I haven't, but I've updated a few things like the player sprite, enemy sprite, all that stuff. The UI will be next, that's what I'm going to do next. I'll just make something nice. But I want to show you, so saving and loading is fully implemented now in a text file. And player movement is implemented too. So if I hit play here, let's do maximize just so I can show properly. You can see I have a bunch of enemy sprites right here. Um, and yeah, I'll go over all that in a second. I'm going to quickly draw a map and then, yeah, see you guys in a minute. Okay, so there we go. I made a little map. It's a little strange. So the spawn point's down here at the bottom left. I'll zoom in a little bit. And you can see I have an NPC here. In this tab, these are the NPCs. I'll put names on the tab soon, or at least if you hover over them, it'll say names. I'll implement all that stuff. But we have two NPCs right now. General Steel, top right. Um, I guess I gave him blue eyes, so he doesn't look like an enemy. And you have Old Man Codger. Yeah. Um, so I know it's a little hard to see NPCs sometimes. Well, not really, but I might give them like an outline. I was thinking about making an outline shader, like a red one, and it will just put a red outline around any enemies that you're fighting. Well, any enemies. But for now, it just looks like this. So you can see we have a few enemies. I have a brawler. He'll be like imagine fighting someone with gauntlets. I have a sword dude here at the top left, and he doesn't look great, but there he is. Doing it right with a sword and a shield. Dude in the middle has a sword and shield, and he's red. He has a red hue. For now, that's like a boss of sorts, like a mini boss almost. Um, you can see here in the name, I gave him a Sword and Shield Knight boss as his name. And over here, we have a spear guy. And then, of course, you have the NPC, General Steel. So everything from the last video is still here. We've got a door, destructible wall. So generally how you'd probably play this map is you'd spawn, talk to the NPC. He'd tell you to retrieve a key behind this enemy. You kill the enemy, walk and get the key. And then walk down open door, go up, kill the spear enemy, talk to General Steel, he'll give you a bomb. If you kill all the knights in the stage, you go back, you kill these knights, come back to him, he gives you a bomb, you explode this wall, you go through, there's the exit. Very cool. So that was just a tiny little map for fun. But yeah, so the reason I made all these different enemies is for the different attacks. Like the brawler might have an attack called punch, swordman will have one called slash, spearman will have one called pierce, or even spear throw, which might do range damage. Shield guy with the sword will have slash and block. And yeah, just a bunch of different attacks so I can get working on them. And yeah, General Steel's just standing there, has a mace on his back, and Old Man Kaja. I have some plans for him, but I won't talk about that. Now I'm gonna load. Hopefully this works. Yep, it works. So we're in. Here's the map. You might see some little visual bugs like that, but yeah, that's just Unity. I'll figure that out soon. And here's our player, so I can move around. It's a little weird. I just set up the movement, but I've spent a long time on it. It cues movement, so if I tap right a few times, he'll actually move without me having to do anything, as you can see. So I can like tap a bunch, and he'll do all the actions I give. So if you want to have like a quick paced movement, I don't know. Just thought it was satisfying. So yeah, can't walk through walls. Very cool. There's no box colliders or anything. All of this is just using transform. There's no rigid body. So you obviously can't walk through an enemy. Can't walk through NPCs. So yeah. So when the map loads, it'll detect for an active spawn point like this one, and spawn a player on it. So that'll be the default one. And anytime you cross a spawn point like that, it'll give a checkpoint for you. So if you die, you respawn there. So yeah, this is what I've done so far. I still need to work on this player sprite a little bit. I really couldn't think of anything, so I made like a weird dude with a backpack on and a knight helmet, one of theirs. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I'll keep working on his sprite and hopefully it gets better. But yeah, so saving works fully. I can actually show you if we look in my. I'll quickly open the save file. So here it is. Here's a save file actually. So here you can see it. So I think it's really cool. I can see all my little tiles without even ever seeing them. And if we want to troll a little bit, like move them around just to show you, I could move this one, let's say -2, save that, and I'm going to close this. Hopefully that works. I don't know if I could put it out of bounds, but we'll just see. Yeah, no, I get an error. It's out of bounds. Never mind. I can't put it out of bounds. I should have put it should have put it somewhere else. But yeah, that's the save file. So yeah, it works pretty simply. I like it a lot. Save, load. There we go. Move around. For some reason, I can still draw on these. Like if I'll show you if I select like a knight and then load, I can still draw on this. The reason this does not make sense is there is no the thing I use for drawing this is map editor script. There is no object of map editor script in the other game, so I don't know how that info is being stored, but that must just be something of Unity. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Now I'm going to work on the UI, hopefully get that done nicely. I'm going to stick with the hammer and a razor. I think that's a cool concept, and yeah, I'll just make it look good. Oh, I'm not too sure if I want to keep the UI 16 by 16 like everything else. I know that fits, like, keep everything the same resolution, but 16 by 16 is a little hard, especially for like drawing nice UI. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to keep working on this game quite a lot. And this has been a lot of code. I'll just give a little example. This is just the player movement. I used ChatGPT for the action move, this part right here, just the rounding, and then I used it for debugging, just because I was too lazy to do my own debugging. I hate debugging, so I told it to generate put debug logs everywhere that looks like it should be there, so it just tells me whenever I move somewhere that I can't move. Just because I was a little lazy. I know I should have done it myself, but it's just debugging. I don't think that's something that teaches me anything. Well, it does, but yeah, you get the point. I just want messages done. I didn't want to do it myself. And yeah, also the loading. Well, this is the game manager. I asked it because I didn't understand how to use a 2D array, checking each tile and stuff. And there's actually a method that that's like a for loop, but it checks. You can check the length of each axis, like the X and Y in the 2D array. So yeah, that was interesting. And then what other part? Oh, the loader. So I did use ChatGPT for the loading. This little chunk of code is ChatGPT's. I personally have never done loading before. That's why I use her. I did the actual text file part myself, but I didn't understand fully how to re-implement that. So I asked ChatGPT to generate that part for me and just made a few changes. But now I understand it. I'd really recommend using ChatGPT. Don't just use it and then just move on. Like if you copy a piece of code you ask it to make and paste it in, I'd say give it a look. So I read through all this a few times and really started to try and understand it. And yeah, it's actually not that complicated. So I've been making adjustments to the loading code myself without using her. So yeah, I'd really recommend just take a look at what you ask her to make and try to understand it. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.